Okay,
You were up earlier.
I was up earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just for a half a second. Linda, I can see your box, but there's no video. All right, there you are.
Okay, sorry. We had a couple of phone calls and I had to go get my code number to get in. So,
Yeah.
hi Susan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry, I had school pickup and I live so close. I didn't really want to speed through the school zone because it's pretty much school zone from there to my house.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
not in Westmark or anywhere. So yeah.
Okay, so, oh, Felicia's here.
Yes.
That's what the F is.
Yeah, I don't know why my picture isn't up. I like your haircut.
Thank you. It was
Are
a
you-
desperate act.
Felice, are you on a computer or a phone?
I'm on a phone. I couldn't
Okay.
get it wouldn't come up on my computer.
Well, now we were all out having trouble there. They logged in, then it shut down and wouldn't let us log back in. For a
Yeah.
little bit.
It was an accident by one of the IT staff.
Yeah.
It was unintentional. So Felice, I think if you tap up in the upper left-hand corner of your phone on
Okay.
on the screen,
Uh-huh.
do you get anything?
It's recording.
Okay, but do you see over more towards the middle, there's like a little microphone with a line through it and a camera with a line through it.
I don't see that. That doesn't show in my it just says recording at the bottom and up in the left-hand corner it says REC.
Okay, well, that's what I have in my upper left-hand corner. Tap on the screen
Hello.
at the top.
At the top.
Yeah, just push
Oh,
your
here it
finger
is.
on it.
Okay, now it's got a zoom. Come back. It's got a bell, a zoom, and a leave.
Go over to the right-hand side.
To the okay.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
there's mute, stop video, share content, or at least mute and camera.
Hold on. I've got no, I don't have that. I have Safari. It keeps going away.
Well, no, in the Zoom screen,
Window, yeah.
Right here.
the Zoom window.
Right here. I've got zoom and leave and a bell for, I guess, to loud. Oh, down at the bottom. Wait.
Okay, at the bottom.
Down at the bottom, there is a camera. Come on.
Okay, click on that.
There you go.
Hey!
Okay.
And then there should be a microphone. Oh, well, you're
You're
talking.
already on talking, so.
Okay. I think we may be it because Travis sent me an email saying he wouldn't make it. Karen's at the hospital working extra hours and she didn't know if she'd be able to break away or not. And then the woman from Lincoln is supposed to try and come after the beginning of the year if COVID's not worse. So I think we're it, Gary.
Okay, well, in that case, we might as well call the meeting to order. What is it? I've got 3:07 on mine.
Okay. All right. So,
We'll start with the director's report.
well, what about the minutes?
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm just looking at part of what I can read.
Okay.
Does anybody, have y'all looked at the minutes? Does anybody see any?
I read the minutes. I make a motion that we approve the minutes as stated here.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor, show of hands.
Okay,
Motion carries unanimous. Board.
all right. So we get to the director's report. It's been a little hairy around here lately. We've had staff changes, and then we've had staff absences. And so a lot of times it's just been Georgia and I trying to hold down Greenland and here. So, and we were first forced to close Greenland a couple of days just to make the logistics work. We hired a new person at Winslow who's from the community and is a former teacher at West Fork, so she knows a lot of the kids and their parents in Winslow, and so she seems to be working out very well.
Who was it?
Sarah. I knew you would ask me that. Sarah Ross.
Okay.
Sarah Jones. Sarah Jones.
Well, there's a lot of them in Winslow I know. I might know her if I saw her. I just, name doesn't ring a bell though. Okay.
Sarah Jones. Anyhow, she's enjoying the job, and she's actually asked if I have anything full-time come open that she might be interested.
Cool.
So,
Wow, great.
yeah, we had eight good applicants for the job. So there are some people looking for work. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I went to the grand reopening of the West Fork Library, and it was really well done. Shannon and whoever put it together, Susan McCown. No,
No, but they did a great job.
They had,
Shannon, the library staff, all of them did a wonderful job.
yeah, they had crystal bridges, they had food, they had music inside, they had music outside. It
Wow.
was really nice. Let's see. And the new library director is Blair Hollander.
Mhm.
She went to school at Simmons College in Boston. She was working in special collections at the university. And she seems to be enjoying it. There's been some changes from academic to public, but she seems to be doing well.
Really good.
Like I said, we had one staff member out for family leave, and let's see, we finished all our ordering for the year by the November 15th deadline from the county. But even though we've ordered, then we'll still have books and movies coming in until the end of the year. We just had to have everything on order. State Library announced, excuse me, a second round of American Rescue Plan Act money. They changed the qualifications around after the money, after people applied, and then they cut the money. And so people are having to scramble to see what they can salvage out of it.
So say that again. I thought we already knew people had gotten money.
That was the first round.
Okay,
This is for infrastructure
okay.
specifically. And so I haven't heard what the final awards have been, or if anybody met the new change in requirements. So the county took some of the CARES money and rewarded county staff that worked on site during the pandemic, $3 an hour for that time period. Which, huh?
How long was that? What was the time period?
From the beginning of the pandemic till
So what?
Thanksgiving.
So was the 2 years almost, or a year and a half? What?
Year and a half, yes.
That's nice.
Unfortunately, because of federal law, they couldn't reward people from working from home. And, but the Quorum Court was talking about trying to find a way out of reserve or something to reward those people. But the way the CARES Act was funded,
Right.
and I think it's the CARES Act, that you have to be in contact or at risk of getting COVID. And if you're at home, you're not. So Georgia worked from home some, and she didn't get reimbursed for all of her time, or not reimbursed, but that extra money. And so we're hoping that the quorum court will, try and make it.
Did they pay it out in a lump sum, or are they paying it out
Yes.
on time?
They paid it out in a lump sum. We got checks right before Thanksgiving. And when we get to the finance stuff, I'll show you where that money came in and then where it was dispersed.
Okay.
So, and as far as I'm concerned, right now, I'm thinking we may tentatively do the March meeting by Zoom, just because I don't know what we're going to be at. It'd be a whole lot easier to cancel the Zoom meeting at the last week before or 2 weeks before than it would be to try and schedule a new Zoom meeting in the middle of the month. So, anybody have any thoughts about that? Is that okay? Or
That's fine with me. Just schedule it, because we can always change it. It's
Yeah,
easier
I
to
agree.
change the Zoom at the last minute than it is the other guy.
I
okay,
agree.
okay. And then the libraries gave their reports. I don't know if you read them or not. Lincoln has been busy doing a variety of things. And they did get CARES money or ARPA money for community preparedness. And so what they did was they bought books focusing on homesteading, living off the land, that sort of thing. And so they have, and preppers information. And so they have a good collection of that now. And they also we're waiting for a grant on children's books. Farmington had story time outside and Halloween pumpkin decorating contest with gingerbread house decorating in December. And they've got a teen advisory board set up now. And adults and teens are going to participate in a winter reading program through Read Squared. And West Fork has a Magic Passports program, which is a series including cooking, crafting, STEM, and reading activities centered on culture exchange. The book club hosted a local author, Fern Coley-Jones, and they had a packed meeting room. And so they're going to be hosting more authors in the future. And the children's coordinator is going to go to full-time in January. And those are the, I'm sorry.
Can I add on the West Fork one real quick?
Oh, sure, please do.
Sorry. And the West Fork Library participated in the West Fork Christmas parade we had last night with a really good turnout.
I saw the pictures on Facebook.
It was nice to have them in. Yeah. So they're doing, and Crystal Bridges is there at the West Fork Library again from today through Saturday in the afternoon.
Okay.
So
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
That's all I have on the director's report, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, you covered the director's report and the library reports. So now we're down to finances.
Okay. I didn't really see anything unusual in the treasurer's reports, but if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer. And I apologize if I got one of the pages upside down. Let's see. We've started using Midwest Tape to buy DVDs for Greenland. Amazon just got to be a really big pain. They wanted you to pre-order everything separately. Like if you had movies that were coming out next week and movies that were coming out 6 weeks, you would have to have separate orders for everything, even if they were all different days. And it was too much trouble. So we went to Midwest Tape, and they're treating us right. And we're getting the things that we're wanting. One thing I've noticed with Baker and Taylor, I found out if you order Disney movies from them, they come billed like books. Usually with their DVDs, the invoices come in the mail with the items, but the books come, and then the invoice for the books are shipped later. And it just got too confusing about when the invoices were coming. And so I may start ordering Winslow's DVDs from Midwest Tape also.
But the price is roughly the same.
Roughly, yes. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really see
Right.
anything that,
3C7 is where you show that transfer on the rescue
Yes.
plan.
yes, down at the bottom line. And so that came from the county to us as income. And then it comes out, it comes out it came out of payroll. Oh, that may not show up until December. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it was transferred into our fund on November 30th.
Transferred in on that, and then when they cut checks to all the employees.
Yeah, so maybe it wasn't before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Things have been upside down. So on the statement of operations, you can see on line 1005, the overtime, other miscellaneous, that's where the money came in to us. And then they cut the checks from that.
The amounts
So
are,
I'm sorry, on 3C9,
no, with the amounts, it's 27,536 one place and 22,392 here.
they had,
Do they take it out? Do they take out taxes or something?
yes,
Okay.
yes, they did. So that we wouldn't get taxed after the fact. Let's see. Actually, everything looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to transfer some money into the supply line to cover some expenses that we have incurred. And the invoices have just gone up, and I know that well, one of them is for $900 for barcodes, and that comes out of that line item also. And so
Where is that, Linda? What number?
2001 general supplies
Okay.
on 3C9. So I will transfer some money from 2009 computer and IT equipment over and make that balance. So everything else is looking pretty good until you get to 3C11. And I did not do very well ordering this year. Part of it was the libraries were closed. Part of it was certain things were hard to get. Even DVDs took a while before there was anything worth buying. I didn't do much better at Winslow on 3C12. I only spent 68%. But since the libraries were closed for 3-4 months,
There wasn't a lot of new material anyway. It seemed to me a lot of,
that's what I'm saying.
a lot
Yeah,
of
there's
books.
not a lot to choose from. And so that takes us to our cash flow statement. And if you look on 3C13, down to the last line in the right-hand corner, our carryover is going to be more than I expected because we collected $750,000 in taxes this year, which is the most we've collected so far. And which shouldn't surprise me because the property is expanded. Anyhow, I said we would start with 1.6 million. So we'll have a little more to carry over next year, even with the healthy distributions that I did to the libraries and the overdrive. But that's where we stand right today. Are there any questions about the finances?
Nope.
I don't have any. Anyone else?
I think it sounds good. I think you did a good job.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
I would entertain a motion from someone to accept the financial report then.
I
I'll
saw
make- Go ahead.
Thanks, someone.
Okay. Who's it?
Elise, we'll say you motion first and a second.
I'll say,
Second.
Okay.
Susan. All in favor, show of hands,
Okay.
unanimous.
Okay, so that leaves the statistics. And even though they're dismal, they're up.
but what's with Prairie Grove? I don't get that.
Well, Prairie Grove didn't close during the pandemic like everybody else did. And so they're still doing about the same level of business that they were doing last year.
But they're way low. Minus numbers. Seems odd.
Well, yes, you're right. Well, in September, they were trying to think. September was when everybody started opening up again, wasn't it?
I don't know. It just seems odd that they're way low.
Well, it's the same for October too. And if you look, it's close on November. It's closer, but that's the reason I took it as they were a negative because they were one of the few, that were open in September. See, in September of 2020, Springdale only had 19,000 transactions. And people were going to Prairie Grove, whose others libraries were closed, if they really wanted to go to a library. And so I think that's why it's down.
Mhm.
And like I said, they were open nearly the whole time.
And Lincoln's open full-time now, right?
Oh, everybody's open full-time now.
Okay, so like you were saying about maybe people going to other I was trying to think of when Lincoln opened up full, if that maybe that was part of it, is people from Lincoln were going to Prairie Grove. And that's why their numbers
Yeah,
went
'cause Lincoln-
down, is because now they're going back to Lincoln.
I think that could be very true
Is that
too.
okay?
But I know that some people, because their local library wasn't there, they would call and we'd say, okay, this library's open, these hours. And I know that some people ask how to get to Prairie Grove. So, not to Prairie Grove, but to the library. Anyhow, so everyone is up except for Prairie Grove and Springdale eBooks, because I think that kind of reversed to, oops,
Oh, you went
it
what?
just went away.
Yes.
There you are.
There, sorry. I'm not used to having my iPad turned this way. So if you look at November, Prairie Grove is not negative. but they're very close to what they were. Well, yes, they are negative 1.5%. But, you know, Georgia did a 6,800% increase from
Wow.
November of 2020 to November of 21 because we started doing some interlibrary loans back again, back in July. Winslow was barely open last November, and see, they're getting back to their normal numbers. And the ebooks have dropped off, and I do believe that's because people can go back to the libraries and they're not totally relying on the ebooks. And that's all I have on the circulation reports. They're going to be strange for a while, just with all the drastic ups and downs.
And you can't tell what the new variant's going to happen next.
Or if there's going to be another one, or, you know.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you can, if you look at 3D13, you can see where we started seriously doing interlibrary loan again. A lot of our patrons aren't asking for it, and I don't know. I know that Prairie Grove, for example, has said that they would, they have enough money that they can purchase things that are in print that their patrons want. And so they've been doing that instead of asking for things through interlibrary loan. It's starting to pick up again, and we get way more requests from the outside, though, than we're getting from inside. We used to try and keep that balanced, and we're working back toward that. Just took a while to see what was going to happen. And if you go to the last page, 3D4, you can see that overall we're up 39% over what we were. Well, actually, it's more than 39%. It's like going, well, I don't know how to calculate that, going from minus 62% to positive 39%. That's like 100 and
About 101%
yeah.
change in there. Roughly.
Linda, go back to 13. I think there might be a mistake here somewhere. On
Okay.
patrons added in September. 23.
No, in fact, I meant to, I put a little footnote. In September 2021, Springdale issued cards to school children in the city for use with the downloadables. So they took the kids' ID
In the school
information
district?
and entered all of that into the database and gave them special cards that can only be used with the downloadables.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and they're
Yeah,
the biggest school district in the state now.
yeah. So that's what that is. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
It would have been a mistake though if
It
if
didn't look
normal. Yeah. So anyhow, things are improving.
That's good.
And I hope it stays that way. We just, everybody's still being a little cautious, and we can't make people wear masks, and but my staff has been wearing masks. So that's all the statistics I have.
Okay.
So the only new business came up just, I guess, yesterday or the day before. I've been invited, Gary and I've been invited to attend the Elkins Library Board meeting, and just to be there and answer questions. But apparently the library board has taken the authority over the funds. They're not taking the funds, but they're taking authority over the funds back to the library board. And so they are going to talk about that at their board meeting. They've invited city council members to attend, and then Gary and I. And
That's Monday night, isn't it?
yes.
Okay.
And
If you will attend for us, I can't. I have council that night. So,
right. You had told me that it was budget.
right. And it's our budget for next year. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to attend via Zoom and do that. So
I will not be there either because I had another commitment at another meeting in Branson on the same time on Monday. So.
oh, okay. Well, it'll be interesting to watch them, plan this out and
Well, at any rate, the city is planning to fund the library this year. It's not to the extent that it probably should, that it should be at all, but it's certainly more than
What they did.
or they have
That's
in
an
the budget right now $12,000. So
that's an improvement. And, while they're not required, most of them do. And as long as they're doing, more than they were last year, I'm happy with that.
I think the issue that comes down more to how that money is spent, who decides how that money is spent. Is it the city or is it the library board? I think there's general agreement that it's even from the city that it's the library board. I've spoken with the mayor, so I don't.
Well, the library law says that it's the library board,
Exactly.
just like you all.
Yeah, the city, I think, understands that. So I don't know really exactly what the issue is, but I guess we'll find out.
My understanding was that it hadn't been that way for quite a while. So I don't know.
I don't know. It was that way when I was there, so whatever.
Well, somehow it changed.
Okay.
So that's the only new business I have. Let's see. Old business. I don't think there's a need to talk about that anymore unless, someone else decides not to fund. Does anybody else have any business?
Well, today is my last meeting, so we're planning to move out of state. So I will not be accepting a second 5-year term. So I've told Audra and I've told the city. So
and she told me too.
I think I
and
told
so
oh,
there's your little.
Okay, we'll send it over.
I'm gonna put it in the.
Hand it to me here.
I'm gonna put it in the delivery tomorrow if you don't mind to go by the library.
Sure. I appreciate that.
Okay. Because
When
you
are you
have.
moving, Susan?
Well, our plan is to move in the spring or early summer. So we'll.
Okay, so you're not moving like this month or so.
No.
Okay.
And I don't think they have. I know they. Well, fairly certainly don't have a replacement for me yet, but I'd be happy to work with whoever that person is and bring them up to speed with what we've been doing. So.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind and see how things progress.
And I didn't get my PDF either for.
Did you ask for one? Oh, I
thought
didn't
you
know.
were doing that automatically now.
No, I asked I said I can send you a PDF if you want one.
Okay, sorry.
But I will send it.
Thank you.
Okay, Susan.
All right, then. When are we going to set for our next meeting?
We usually don't meet until March. And it always seems so far away.
It does, doesn't it?
When we do that. If we could meeting early like this in the month is a little hard for me to get the statistics and everything together and out to you in time.
Okay. 17th to the
Spring-
24th.
Spring break is the 24th.
That's
Well,
what
the
I
week of the
figured.
20th through the 25th, 21st through
What
25th.
calendar do I have? Okay, 2022.
Yeah,
Let's see. Spring break starts, yeah, the 20th.
yeah, that week.
Okay, so we want to avoid that. What about that third week?
The 17th.
The 17th
Yeah,
is
St. Patrick's Day?
okay.
Would that work for those of you that'll be here?
I'm pretty sure it'll work for me. We're supposed to go to Colorado sometime in March, but my wife hasn't told me exactly when. I'm sure it's going to be spring break since it's school out.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, well, let's, for now, sorry.
Glenda, I'll have to get back with you because we're supposed to go to Israel sometime in that time. We were
Okay,
supposed to
well,
go last year, but it was closed. But I'll let you know as soon as we may not even get to go because Israel still may be closed.
okay, well, we'll do this tentatively, and then if we have to, reschedule it, we will.
Okay.
So, and we might have a forum anyhow. You never know. But I'd rather do it when, I've got more people here than not. So, okay. Well, Susan, thank you for
Thank
all
you.
you've done for the library system and in your service to the library and to the board.
Oh, thank
And,
I've enjoyed the whole
appreciate that.
time. So
okay, good.
We do appreciate it, Miss Susan.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
with me and you gone, there's not going to be a whole lot of institutional knowledge left here.
But-
You mean me
No, well,
or Gary?
Well,
Yeah,
Gary's
and then
been
I'm-
board off and on
I'm-
forever.
man,
I'm
it
gonna
seems
be-
like it, doesn't it?
Well, it's been a long time.
yeah. And then
Well,
I'm
I was
gonna
on
jump
for a
ship.
while, and then off for a while, and then back on for a while. So, and
So what's your date, Linda? What are you trying to tell us?
I don't have a date yet, but I put money in the budget next year to start looking, for an assistant, train them probably for a year and then be gone. So,
You know,
we'll see how it goes.
I was
I'm
thinking,
sorry.
I was thinking today that Marcia Ransom is the only person I think in any kind of a leadership role right now that was around when all of the stuff happened.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, because I wasn't really on board yet.
No.
Well, until we broke ground for the building. That's when Jim gave his notice. Right, I think that day.
Really.
So,
Yeah.
anyhow. And the
All
building's
right.
20 years old now.
well, it doesn't seem like it, does it?
Yes, it does.
Depends. I said it seems like it in the morning when I get up. Doesn't seem like it in the afternoon. Huh? All right. Well, in that case, I suppose we'll entertain an emotion to adjourn.
I so move.
All right. In a
I should have
second,
let you do it. It's your last one to do. Susan Unger gets it.
Susan, motion to
Okay.
adjourn. Susan McGowan, second. All in
Yeah.
favor.
And what time
Ladies,
is
we
it?
are adjourned.
What time is it, Gary? What do you
It
have?
is 3:42. I'm sorry.
Okay. I know the other one too, but I.
Everything I do is military time, so
No.
I don't think about it. All righty. Well, and
Thank you
Linda, I
all.
will talk to you a little later about some of what we were
Okay.
discussing earlier.
Okay.
Ladies, y'all have
Listen,
a good day.
Thank you.
Y'all have happy holidays and stay safe.
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's see.